Al-Fath, the victory. With the name of Allah, the most gracious, the ever merciful. Prophet, the Treaty of Hudaybiyah is a great victory in that we opened for you the way to another clear victory, which led to the preaching and expansion of Islam. The result of this is that Allah will protect you from the ill consequences of the fault attributed to you in the past and those to follow, and that He will make His favor perfect upon you and will lead you to the goal of the exact right path, and that Allah will grant you His mighty help. It is He who gave to the believers Shekinah, tranquility and peace of mind, so that they might grow all the more in faith, over and above the faith they already possessed. Indeed, all the host of the heavens and of the earth belong to Allah, and Allah is all-knowing, all-wise. Allah has decreed the war against the aggressor, so that He may admit the believers, both men and women, to gardens served with running streams to keep them green and flourishing, the gardens where they will abide forever, and so that He might absolve them of their evils. This indeed is a supreme achievement for you in the sight of Allah. And He has decreed it so that He may punish the hypocrites, both men and women, and the polytheists, both men and women, who entertain evil thoughts about Allah. There awaits them an evil term of calamity. Allah is angry with them and has deprived them of His mercy, and has Gehenna in store for them, and evil it is for destination. And all the host of the heavens and of the earth belong to Allah, and Allah is almighty, all-wise. Prophet, we have sent you as a witness to our existence and attributes, and a bearer of glad tidings and a warner. O people, we have done it so that you may have faith in Allah and His messenger, and so that you may help Him in a respectful manner and honor Him, and so that you may glorify Him morning and evening. Prophet, those who swear allegiance to you as a matter of fact swear allegiance to Allah. Allah's helpful and benign hand is above their hands. So he who breaks his oath of allegiance breaks it to his own loss. And as for the person who fulfills the great covenant he made with Allah, He will surely give such person a great reward. Those of the desert Arabs who contrived to be left behind will say to you by way of apology, "We were occupied in looking after our belongings and families, so ask for protection for us from God." They say with their tongues that which is not in their hearts. Say, who has any power to help you against the decree of Allah if He intends to do you some harm? Or who can avert His grace if He intends to do you some good? Indeed, Allah is well aware of all that you do, and He will treat you accordingly. Hypocrites, nay, the fact is that you thought that the messenger and the believers would never return to their families. This was a thought that was made to appear pleasing to your minds. You entertained an evil thought, and you were a people doomed to perish. Let such a person who does not believe in Allah and His messenger bear in mind that we have surely prepared a blazing fire for the disbelievers. The sovereignty of the heavens and the earth belongs to Allah. He grants protection to the person who wishes to come under His protection and punishes whom He will. Yet the fact is that Allah is great protector, ever merciful. When you are free to set out to take the spoils of the war of Khaybar, those who contrived to be left behind from joining you at Hudaybiyah will say, "Permit us to follow you." They would like to change the word of Allah and His decree. Say, "You shall not follow us. This is what Allah has declared beforehand. They will thereupon say, "There is no such forward. You are in fact jealous of us." What they say is in fact wrong. Little do they understand that this is the punishment for their not being present at Hudaybiyah. Prophet, say to those of the desert Arabs who contrived to be left behind, "You shall soon be called upon to take up arms against the people, the Byzantine and the Persians, who are fighters of mighty valor. Then you shall fight until they submit. Allah will grant you a goodly reward if you obey. But if you turn your backs, as you did before, He will punish you a woeful punishment. No blame shall lie on the blind, no blame shall lie on the lame, and no blame shall lie on the sick if they do not join the fight. Yet he that obeys Allah and His Messenger, He will make him enter gardens served with running streams to keep them green and flourishing. But he that turns his back, He will inflict upon him a woeful punishment." Prophet, Allah was well pleased with the 1,400 believers when they swore allegiance to you under the acacia tree at Hudaybiyah. He revealed the high standard of faith that they had in their hearts and sent down Shekinah, peace and tranquility upon them, and He rewarded them with an early victory at Khaybar. And a great many gains await them that they will take. Allah is Almighty, All-Wise. Muslims, Allah has promised you many gains that you will take, and He has given you this victory at Khaybar in advance. And as a result of the Treaty of Hudaybiyah, He restrained the hands of the people from committing aggression against you, that it may serve the believers as a sign, and that He may lead you on the straight and right path leading to the goal. There are, in addition to this, other victories which you have not been able to achieve. Yet Allah has surely encompassed them, and Allah has every power over every desired thing. And if those who disbelieved had fought you at Hudaybiyah, they would have certainly turned their backs, and then would find neither a protecting friend nor helper. Allah has explained to you His want, which has been in practice since the very past. You will find no change at all in Allah's want. It is He who restrained their hands from you, and your hands from them in the valley of Mecca, on the occasion of the Treaty of Hudaybiyah, after He had given you victory over them. Allah observes all that you do. These, your Meccan enemies, were the people who disbelieved and prevented you from the holy mosque, while even the sacrificial animals were stopped from reaching their destination. Had not there been at Mecca some believing men and believing women, as were unknown to you, and had there been no danger that in case of war you might have trodden them down, and thus you might have incurred some harm unknowingly on their account, we would have allowed you to invade Mecca. But we did not allow this, so that Allah might show His mercy to him who wishes to be shown mercy. Had these believers living in Mecca left from there and had been separated from them, we would have surely punished those of them, the Meccans, who disbelieved, with a woeful punishment. These events belong to the time when those who disbelieved nurtured in their hearts prideful indignation and cant, the indignation and cant of the days of ignorance, and Allah granted Shekinah, peace and tranquility, from Himself to His messenger and the believers, and made them observe closely and firmly the code of self-restraint, the code they were best entitled to receive and were also really worthy of. Allah has full knowledge of everything. Allah had surely fulfilled for His messenger the vision that conformed to the rules of wisdom. My faithful companions, you shall enter the holy mosque if Allah will, safe and secure, some of you with your heads shaved, and others with their hair only cut short as is a prescribed right for a pilgrim, you will have nothing to fear. As for the time involved in its fulfillment, he knows what you do not know. He has, in fact, ordained for you a victory near hand at Khaybar to be gained before the fulfillment of that vision. It is he who has sent his messenger with guidance and true faith so that he may help it prevail over all other faiths. Indeed, Allah is sufficient to bear witness to the truth of Islam. Muhammad is the messenger of Allah, and those who are with him are also firm and strict against the disbelievers to accept their influence, but soft-hearted and compassionate towards one another. Reader, you will find them kneeling and prostrating themselves in prayer. They seek grace from Allah and His good pleasure. Their distinctive indication is apparent on their faces from the illuminous traces of their prostration. Such is the description of these attributes of theirs in the Torah, and their description in the Evangel is that they will be like a seed produce that sends forth its sprout, then makes it strong. It then becomes stout and stands firm on its stem, giving delight to the sowers. Allah will, in a similar way, raise the believers from strength to strength, with the result that He may make the disbelievers suffer an impotent rage because of them. Allah has promised His protection and a great reward to those who believe and do deeds of righteousness.